From the host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the San Francisco 49ers. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. Check 99. Check 99.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Gun. 36. 20. Big edge. Pick the edge. Come.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 yards, good for a Giant 1st down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down now, Barkley. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Come on, set. 18 Gator. 36. Protein spill. Hey, Alpha. I got you, son.
On 1st and 10, Boyer. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And a give this time to the tailback. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Okay, 2nd and 1, you get nothing. What now on 3rd and 1?
Sorry about that. I was so excited I jumped in on you. This is almost like practice to me. Line it up and do it again. You didn't get it right the first time. Just get right back on the ball and go. It doesn't matter that they know you're coming. You ought to be able to pick up this short yardage.
On 3rd and 2, Boyer. And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play there for the Niners. And even 40 yards. Off the play fake. Boyer. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
To throw again. Boyer. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Back to throw. Boyer, he's going to go. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Barkley on first down, going to work his way forward, only for about a couple there. A tackle that time by Akello Witherspoon.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Airing it out deep for Smith. It's caught inside the 25. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big play there for the Giants. 57 yards.
Great.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let him know.
Now Saquon Barkley. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Switch gears.
8.
Throwing on third down, Newton. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Vincent Smith, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
Touchdown, Giants. The kicker on for the point after.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10, down at the 33. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
down. 70, Indy.
Right here, right here.
Looking to throw on second down. Boyer looking middle, and that's complete. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back.
15 line.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Buzz.
52. Think you gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this? You think you
Cut.
From the gun on third down. Boyer. Credit the Giants defense that time in pass coverage. Fourth down. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Blue draw quarters. Leo. Check. Gone. 61, matchbox lights. 5.
Here we go on fourth down. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they can really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
On second and 11 now. Newton complete. Smith has it. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
What do you need?
Right there, 54 Mike. Man out.
Now a man who played collegiately here in the Golden State, Rashad Penny. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on third and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
20.
Mike 54. And we got to get to the ball, team.
Here's Newton. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations. But a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
On second down, here's Penny. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. An extra DB for the 49ers now on third. A shotgun snap for Newton. He can run for it, and he will. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
And he's got some space here. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Giants. A great effort there. 40 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Go.
Check mark 40, check mark 40. I got you. I got you.
Big dribble.
Throwing again. Boyer. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Watch the eye. Bang, 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 bang.
Now Rashad Penny. They find some open field here. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A terrific run there by Penny. 41 yards on the ground. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the... He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Joe Schobert. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick here is good. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Boyer gets this to his running back. That's Jalen Samuels. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Go, go.
Line 36.
Ready?
From the gun, Boyer. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. That he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Bravo.
Throwing on 1st down. Boyer. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. Boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, You see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Hey, Wahoo!
On first down, Boyer. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 48, and a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Again, it's Penny. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 3rd down, Penny. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down. And his kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off play action, Boyer. And he's got his man on the out route. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Hey, check 24.
Ready?
On 2nd down, Samuels. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves them with 3rd and just a couple.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Back to throw. Boyer looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and run for it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the 1st down carry. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Hey, pick your game up. Tight end right, tight end right. 4 down, 4 down. Kill.
To throw on second down. Boyer. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Looking to throw. Boyer. And that is incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down.
36. Line 36. That's right, baby.
On fourth down, Boyer. Open man is Samuel, complete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Giants are going to get the football back. So that's the second time this game they've given it up on fourth down. They're now 1 for 3 on fourth down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on fourth down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually, you have fourth down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go, and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. On the run, it's Penny. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Hey, come on, oh. Check 15.
On the draw, this is Penny. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now here in Santa Clara. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Penny. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And that will go out of the back of the end zone. Way too much mustard. Not a good punt, and it will come out to the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
It'll go as a 1st down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
On the ready.
Check that 52 right here. 52. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Get it.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. There for the tackle, the former Wisconsin Badger, Leon Jacobs. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
The Niners on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Boyer completes it to Samuel. A gain of 7, and they pick up the first.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 21, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check, 53's Mike. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Now it's Penny.
Watch quick.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll try and run for it with Penny, and he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
Check 52.
They keep it with Penny on 1st down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch 54.
This is Penny. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They are down big. They have not scored a single point I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room, get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coach say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do something.
On the line.
Exactly. You have pride on the line, execution as you look forward and get ready for your next game, and a message to your team. We're not going to quit no matter what the battle is. We're going to finish this thing out.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Giants, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.